Let's go.
I think DreamWorks has been listening to me. Thank you. I appreciate and love you guys. Need an extra voice for a background character? I'm your man. Or Fox. Cause yeah, they get stuck in one of Buzzsaw's ice cage things, but instead of just lifting up so they could get away, Tom has to unlock it first and then lift it up. It still looks dumb, but hey, it's a start. Hey guys, Blazie here, and welcome to this review of Dragons in Nine Realms Season 5, finally. So we got another 6 episodes to do this season, with the last season ending with Tom's mom finding out about Thunder. So how's it gonna play out? Pretty much how you expect it to go, with lots of nagging that it's not safe, why did you lie to me, you're a child, you know, all that basic parenting stuff. For all 6 episodes, it gets really tiring, and it's the worst aspect of this season, definitely, as I'm just not a fan of parents being overly protective, while also not understanding anything that's going on. But it's not all that bad. It still has some moments that made me chuckle, some interesting developments, and some cool new dragons, so let's get into this. Like usual, gonna go episode by episode, but I will try to do a quicker summary than usual, and not keep you here all day, so let's get into this with episode 1. From where we ended off, Tom's mom of course reacts by pulling her son away from Thunder while he tries to explain what's going on, and I do like Thunder's reaction to realizing, oh, that's his mom, you know, gotta stand up straight.
Mom, this is Thunder. Thunder, this is my mom.
So she almost does the hand thing, but it's still angry, like, how dare you tame a dragon, how dare you protect him, how dare you be a good person, you know, that kind of motherly love. Either way, a week passes with him being grounded, with Mom not knowing about the others as they come in to see Tom, and apparently him and June had been studying up on the runes in the book, like they have discovered the name of the Gronkle dragons for one, which is a really odd choice to not, you know, look up the dragons that they have and figure out that first. Little weird, but obviously I guess they're saving it up for later. At least to what Thunder is, because, like, you know, Hiccup matters, but, you know, so does Toothless. They need to have Toothless in the book too, and the Night Furies and the Light Furies, and the Nightlights. They need to be able to say, yes, he is a Nightlight. Like, come on, do that. So the others have set up a new lair, which in episode 3 is shown to just be around the corner. Like, they made it seem like they moved because of, like, the mom discovering the hideout. But yeah, they're right around the corner. So something is setting off the scanners in the ice realm, and so they decide to go check it out, and they see Buzzsaw still capturing dragons with the Timberjack, and then they get captured by him, who has definitely seen better days with his new look of a beard, looking a little skinny in his face, and his scruffy long hair. I kinda dig it. I love him slowly becoming more and more crazy. So previously he used a whistle to control the dragons, but they managed to stop it. But guess what? He just made another whistle, which I think is exactly something I complained about, that he could just do that. And I'm so glad they addressed this by, yeah, making him making another one. So I gotta give the writers credit for realizing, oh, right, he could just do that. Also, he calls the Timberjack Jack. Coincidence?
I think not.
It's a little silly, but I'll give it to him. He is like a lumberjack after all. So Thunder was hiding, so now flies to Tom, using his pulse thing to turn out the lights, which also makes the mom leave so Thunder can sneak in. But of course, she comes back right away, and Tom tries to hide him as best as he can.
I forgot my ID card. Have you seen...
Okay, maybe not his best. He then says he is worried about the other riders, a bit loudy, so the mom overhears, and so has to admit the others have dragons too, and he needs to go and rescue them. Which of course then she is like, no. So they die. The end. Haha, funny joke, Blazie. The others in the cage mention that the flamethrower dragons Buzzsaw is keeping around do belong to the Sky Torch dragon, but of course he doesn't care. Back home, Tom says he had to lie to protect Thunder, and so we get this convo.
From who? Me? You don't trust me?
You work for a giant corporate science lab. Who knows what they would do if they found him?
Like, yeah, exactly, Mom. And then Thunder gives her the puppy eye look, and so she gives in, and this to me was funny.
What about D'Angelo, and June, and Alex? And Eugene?
No, Thunder cares about Eugene. Also, damn Tom, like sure he's annoying, but damn. And so now he's able to fly off and then Thunder fights while Tom frees the others. But of course, it ain't that easy. Buzzsaw is there after all. But luckily the Sky Torture, who they just so happen to mention a few times in the episode, shows up just in time. And I do love Buzzsaw hugging up to his dragon for comfort, like, "Aw, big scary man is scared." Sounds like a Republican accounting a trans person in America. But Tom gives a big speech on working together to defeat this dragon, which Buzzsaw is like, but don't you think all dragons are good? And he's just like, not this one. That sounds like Hiccup. Yeah, that sounds like something Hiccup would say. Buzzsaw, of course, wants off. So with the Sky Torture looking kinda cool, Tom brings out the book, out of his ass, I guess. It's yep, it just, bloop, here it is. Gotta love cartoons. And he knows a way to beat it, by making it cold. Which, yeah, makes his fire breath useless, but they realise it was just wanting its friends back. So they reunite it with the flamethrowers, and then right after that discover a hole in the ground. Which, I don't know where it came from, but it's got a new realm under there, somehow. Like, I understand when there are caves about the place, but like, why is there like a rainforest-looking place under the snow region? Yeah, okay, why is there light in these realms under the earth, blah blah, yeah, I know, but it's still weird. But yeah, Tom goes home, Mum wants to know everything all while Buzzsaw's old workers are mourning their friend.
He was rich and unstable, but working for him was stable. And he had great taste in flannel.
No, I couldn't give a crap. But Buzzsaw suddenly appears and drags him down like it about to have a good feast. And that's the end of episode 1. Not a bad episode, just Mum gets old real fast. Episode 2 starts with Tom pretending to be a dragon. It's awkward, and I pretend to be a fox. He's talking about what Thunder does, and his mum wants to go down into the well. So he warns the others and gets them to set up like a good route to fly around with like good dragons, which they take from other places and place them about. Including one of these hobgoblin dragons. Always love seeing these little dudes. They're so stupid. Eugene finds a new dragon, which I don't realise has the power that like messes with other dragons, making them fight each other. So things don't go very smoothly when Olivia shows up, basically. Most of the episode then is her judging if the dragons are safe, like the big dude I like spewing lava, and you know what? That's fair on that one. It's kind of just annoying though with her trying to be protective, but we have like 4 other seasons of them already dealing with things. Though at least Feather's playing with a laser is kind of cute. But yeah, the dragon affects her with its scream, which the others don't realise because they can't hear it. But the audience can.
The only thing we don't know is what's driving them crazy.
Which is really annoying because it's like, it's obvious it's a little dragon doing this, but we don't know that they can't hear it until later.
He keeps opening his mouth like he's screeching, but I can't hear anything.
So it's like, oh, okay, that's what's going on. Which is just really bad writing that they just didn't make it more clear. Feathers isn't affected by it, so just screams back and the day is saved. Olivia says that she saw the bond and how much Tom respects the dragons, so it's okay. But she still wants to tell the others, which she keeps saying in every other episode, and it's not until the last episode that something actually comes of it. Which is just kinda annoying, because then it's just a bunch of episodes of her saying the same thing over and over. Either way, it was a bit of a meh episode. Episode 3, Tom is closer to understanding his connection to all this, like why would his family have a helmet that opened the book? He must be connected to the author, but doesn't know his name. Just that Hiccup was used to describe him.
I mean, I kinda know what he looked like from drawings in the book and on the wall of that cave in the Realm of Kings. And I know the word hiccup is used to describe him, but that's probably because he had Viking indigestion.
That's fair. But apparently the book does mention his resting place, which really got me intrigued in this episode. Like, damn, we're gonna see his grave? Like, that's kind of dark, kind of interesting. Like, I'm down for this episode. Though, then Hiccup clearly didn't write that part of the book, because, well, he did. Either way, Alex is excited.
So you want to look for a dead body? I'm in.
So they go down to a new realm they discovered that just so happens to be the resting place. And there's a side story here, D'Angelo getting snacks from his grandma and blah blah blah. It does play into the episode because later, a new dragon thing appears and steals the snacks, along with like the book and Alex's laptop, which she ain't happy about.
The book! They took the book!
Don't freak out, Tom. My tablet! Get him! Ah!
The new dragon are like monkeys basically, and I don't mind their design. They can like glide and such. I don't hate them. Would I call them dragons? No, I wouldn't. Though Tom says they're called vine tails, which I guess he can understand the wounds a bit better now, I guess. So blah blah blah, they run about, end up near this huge tree, but it's a trap. All these vines like wrap around the dragon's legs, but they can't get free, and not even their flames work against them. In short, they are dragon-eating plants. And the monkey dudes use them as bait to get to the fruit in the tree. But they do drop off a book, and the others kind of understand they have a bartering system. You do this, I do that. So Tom bargains with them to help free the dragons. They do so, everything is fine, but big reveal, this is his resting place. Literally. It's where Hiccup would go to rest. It's not his grave. Which is really, really stupid for him to rest in a place that has no real view and is surrounded by dragon-eating plants. Okay, sure, it's been 1,000 years, so might not have been there, like most likely. But then you have Tom saying, it's a pretty good spot. No, it's not. Your dragons almost just died here, dude. This was really disappointing, as it's kind of just dumb and like, that's it. Though there is a word scratched into the wood. Haddock. Which the others just think it means fish, when it's Hiccup's last name. Which is very weird that for some reason, Haddock is not in the book. Why wouldn't the page that has Hiccup in it not say Hiccup Haddock? Why wouldn't the author not have his full name in the book? Like, that's extremely stupid, and just so happens to be in this spot randomly, it just says Haddock, not even like Toothless and Haddock or something like that, and then they have to try and figure out what does Toothless mean, kind of thing, you know, you could at least do something like that or something, but just Haddock is so stupid. I do think this is the weirdest little connection thing they have done. Back home, Tom complains to his mom that he wanted to find more of their connection and does mention the name Haddock, which turns out was his great-grandfather's last name, so now they understand they truly are descendants of Hiccup. This really did feel kinda weak though, honestly. Like, it ain't a bad episode, it just doesn't feel as grand as it should have been. That he finds out that yes, he is related to Hiccup, that the audience truly finds out that he is related. Next up, episode 4. So this episode starts Eugene still being babied by his mom and being extremely white by saying peanut butter and jelly, which in Australia and probably everywhere else in the world is jam, says that it's spicy. That is the whitest thing I've ever heard. But then the highlight of this season for me, he pulls out a furry perfume bottle. This is straight up furry artwork, and you can't tell me otherwise. Like, the anatomy is a bit weird, like he's like a femboy, muscular polar bear, which I'm down for, but this is so just weird. Like, a furry absolutely took over this episode, because then everyone is like, it smells musky, and there's a lot of furries out there who do love musk. But yeah, they go down into the new realm and track a new dragon called a Snifflehide. I kind of like it. I think it's kind of cute in a weird way. I do like its design. And during this episode as well, Olivia is struggling to keep the secret, so that's the thing for most of this episode. But also Buzzsaw is here working alongside his two henchmen, who really don't care about what's going on and have no clue what to do. I kind of like them in that sense.
I was hoping something had swallowed you by now. You two, get them!
How?
I don't care! They're kids! You're two grown adults!
But then we get a scene of Buzzsaw coming up behind with Eugene with his stupid little hatchet, and then complains that he smells like a polar bear's armpit, which his two henchmen like the smell of.
I think it smells nice.
Oh yeah, that's musky.
So, well, we know what the two big muscular dudes are into. Polar bear musk. Yeah, furries wrote this. But then the Snifflehide gets a whiff, break free of the Buzzsaw, put it in, and then flies off with Eugene. Dude is about to get snoo-snooed. He gets carried back to its nest. Some of the scenes here are like the start of a porno. It turns out the others realize that its eggs smell like Eugene, so in other words, it thinks it's one of its kids. It's also blind, so that's not helping it. So hilarity ensures as it tries to make him eat bathed up food and tries to make him fly, babying him like his actual mother does, basically. Also, one of the noises it makes, I'm pretty sure it's Toothless from the second movie. Good try there, guys, but I caught you on that one. Eugene falls but is saved by webs. They fight back by blocking out Eugene's smell, and the dragon has like such a sad face on it, like it just lost one of its babies, and that's honestly really sad. But it's okay, because Buzzsaw shows up and Eugene throws his perfume at him, and the dragon then goes after him. And blah blah, back home, Eugene isn't acting like a baby anymore and is putting the dishes away like a real man should. So, I like the episode enough. I like the dragon and some of the jokes in it, but it's still kinda meh. Episode 5 starts with these two dragons running and being stung by something, and now paralyzed. Oh no, what could it be? I wonder if it's another dragon, because that's what this show is. It's most likely another dragon. Once again, Olivia wants to tell the secret, blah blah. As I said, every episode is the same with her. In this episode, Sledkin wants to go down into the sinkhole that leads to the ice well. So Tom suggests that he'll go down and grab some of the crystal that Sledkin wants to find. But Mum's like, no, you can't do that. So goes down by herself, and ends up being stung by the new dragon. Good job, parent. So Tom, Eugene, and Alex go down to search for his mum, while D'Angelo and June try to stop Sledkin. They find Olivia paralyzed, and then we are introduced to the new dragon, the Speed Stingers. I did not realize they were new dragons. So, I played the Dragons in Nine Worlds game, and honestly, it wasn't bad. Like, yeah, it's a kid's game, it can be very easy, and some of the animations are kinda dumb. But it wasn't the worst game I've played. It was definitely not the worst kids game I played. Like, it was fine for what it was. Even though the game takes place before the show, yet the end of the game is finding Thunder's family. Anyway, one of the species of a dragon to fight in their game is this dragon. So in other words, they put a species of dragon that hadn't even been shown in the show yet, which is kind of interesting. I kind of like that. There aren't like little things where it's obvious they worked with the show creators. But yeah, it made me not really kind of realize or remember that they haven't actually been introduced in the show yet. Anyway, the dragons attack them and some of them get stung. Things do not go smoothly, in other words. Again. They end up hiding away, but Alex comes out with a plan to use the sensors to distract them. She manages to get them all online after the dragons knocked them out, but ends up being stung in the process. But, of course, because consistency doesn't matter, it takes a while for her to become paralyzed, so is able to tell Tom what to do. They end up just sliding down, which does look stupid because, like, they're all stung, it looks so stiff, so the animation just looks bad. But obviously that's because they're paralyzed, it's not the animation's fault. But they fail to get down and have to fight with Thunder, pulling off some sick moves, like he does his disappearing thing, which was kinda cool. I forgot he could do that. But he does get stung, but so does one of the speedsters, showing they aren't immune to their own sting. So with Feather's help, they're able to make them sting each other, but one of them wants into the cave, leading to the entrance Sledkin is going down. So she has an encounter with one of them, not really seeing what it is though. And then when the speed stinger runs out again, everyone is perfectly okay, including Thunder, who only just got stung, but because consistency is not a thing, he's fine. And once again, ends with Olivia wanting to tell the other parents. Episode 6, the final episode of this season. Will it end with a bang or a whimper? Kinda both. 3 days later, Sledkin wants to know what attacked her, but then there's a big meeting with her parents, and randoms, including Baldy Basic, is back here. They make it seem like the mum told him, but no, it's just that there's a severe snowstorm coming in. And to prove that point, the power goes out. So they're all freezing to death and need to do something and realise their dragons can help. Linda, one of the other random characters, is coming back with some gear, but she crashes the van. So D'Angelo and Eugene go out to find her, only to make it seem like she's being abducted by aliens. At first I thought it was like because she was seeing God, but no, she thinks she's being abducted. That's kind of funny either way. While the others then try to get the generator working, but first have to distract Olivia and D'Angelo's dad by breaking down one of the windmill things. I forget what they're called. Windmill generator, wind turbine. I think that's what they're called, I think. Aha! They unfreeze the generator and use Thunder's blast to get it started up, but dun dun dun, Sledkin is watching them. But in the shot would have been Wu Wei, but you can't see in Wu Wei, and apparently she can't either. Show. They were just there. You can't just block them with her hat and be like, she can't see them because the audience can't. We know they were there. We know they were just there. just because we can't see them either in that shot, doesn't mean you can just block them out and just like, yeah, they're not there. That's so incredibly dumb. But she does see Thunder, so then, yeah, that kind of fixes it. I guess they wanted Thunder to be the first one that she sees, the buzzsaw. The first dragon he saw was Thunder, and so, I don't know, it's really, really dumb. But I guess things are gonna get interesting, because then she pulls out a tranquilizer gun, but June sees it gets her dragon to create a smoke screen, but it doesn't work. She shoots Thunder with the tranq, making him overload the generator. But then Alex comes down and just blasts her. So she definitely knows about them and the dragons now. But then I hear Olivia's coming back, but Thunder is just a little bit sleepy. So it's too late. Olivia appears and sees them, and the generator on fire and Sledkin being pulled along by Alex, looking very dead. That's kind of funny. And then she asks if they broke the windmill turbine thingy again, so I won't windmill in the script. I know it's not a windmill, it's just, But yeah, they broke that, which Feathers did, and Feathers just disappears like, I'm out. And now says that it's risking everyone keeping this a secret. I'm sorry, but this is not Tom's fault. Sledkin, the human, comes in and tranquilizes Thunder, causing him to overload the generator. They were like doing just fine until the selfish human came along. It just annoys me, because you know they did nothing wrong, but no, the parent has to always be right. Later, Tom does realize, like, maybe she is right, and the more I keep it a secret, the more the others are in danger. And that he is no Hiccup. But June and Alex remind him it's because of him they brought the dragons together, and are friends of him, like Hiccup managed to do. So now Tom's mom and D'Angelo's dad need to fly off in a helicopter to get supplies, but the waters are freezing up, and Tom's mom goes flying out the copter, but Tom comes flying in, which everyone can see, including randoms, not just the parents who all happen to be in this one location at this specific time. Of course they would be. Of course they would. But D'Angelo's dad is still aside, but is rescued by June and Alex, but still falls out and D'Angelo saves him. Eventually Eugene is there too, of course, to help with the copter. And so yeah, now all of them are there with their dragons, and everyone can see them, including June's mum, who I really just don't trust, and Sledkin. Tom introduces the dragon and then makes a fire for her to show, yeah, they can be good. But Eugene, as usual, warns it all by making them all scared, and, well, they got some work to do. And then it ends. Kind of ending on an okay note. Like, okay, now everyone knows, so I'm curious to see if Sledkin goes like full villain and works alongside Buzzsaw like I thought might happen. I'm very curious to see where it goes, but at the same time, no new realm showing at the end, no new discovery or wondering what it is, just parents know, which is exactly the same like the way the last season kind of ended with his mum knowing, but now it's everyone. So is the next season just got to be the parents constantly saying, like, don't go out there, it's not safe, don't do this, don't do that. Is that just going to be the next season? Which, in this season, it was annoying enough. So, having, like, every parent now do it, I'm not looking forward to that. Not to mention, I don't feel like it felt as grand as it needed to be, and that's kind of the problem of this season. I would feel emotional when I discovered things in previous seasons, but here, I don't know, I didn't care very much. I am curious to see what will happen with randoms knowing as well, like not just the parents, and I guess how much more longer will the show go on for then. So yeah, this season was just kind of meh. I will have to say that. Like, I don't want to say that, but I have to. It was just kind of meh. Not that it was bad. Not that it was bad. I just feel like there was no real oomph to it, and nothing that made me feel excited like I wanted to be. Or if I was excited, I was just left disappointed. There were still some good jokes, but nothing really memorable, besides maybe the furry bear. But that's really it. So I think I'll have to give this season probably the lowest rating yet. I have, I can't quite remember, but I have to give this season a 5 out of 10 foxes. It's very average. It's very much an average season. Nothing really exciting, nothing bad. There's nothing, even though there are things I don't like Tom's mom just kind of gets on my nerves after a while, but it's nothing awful. There's nothing about it that warrants it a 4 out of 10 or 3 out of 10 or something like that. It's definitely still a 5. It's just very average. But yeah, I'm still looking forward to the next season and what other things they explore with Hiccup, and like if they do more with Toothless. They only ever talk about Hiccup. It'd be nice if they talked about the fact that Hiccup also had like a dragon that looks like Thunder. You know, like why don't they do that? It would be nice if they explored that a lot more. What do you guys think about this season? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm sorry that it took so long to do this. There's been a lot going on in my life. If you looked at the last video, there's been a lot going on. And but finally got around to doing it. Finally got around to watching it. See you guys like a month or two for the next season. Like they come out like 4 months apart. So yeah, it won't be too long until the next season's out. Probably in June, July, I think. So yeah, see you guys then. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to our channel because I love you if you do. Hit that bell icon if this fox says, be who you want to be. Alright guys, bye for now.